boys and girls. This is Miss Horvath, and I'm going to teach you today's math lesson. Go ahead and grab your orange My Math book. Once you have your book, open to page 301. Remember, you can pause this video at any time. So if you need more time to get your book or to work on a problem, just pause the video. Let's get started. Okay, let's look at problem number 1. It says, Isaac bought 12 shells. He lost 6 of the shells. How many shells does Isaac have now? Let's read it again. Isaac bought 12 shells. He lost 6 of the shells. How many shells does Isaac have now? Well, let's go ahead and underline what we need to find out. So we need to find out how many shells does Isaac have now? Let's circle important information. So we know Isaac bought 12 shells and he lost 6 of the shells. To help us solve this problem, I have a picture. So here is Isaac, and here are the 12 shells that he bought. In the problem, it says he lost 6 shells. So he first bought 12 shells, and then he lost 6 of them. So let's pretend he's losing these shells. I just took away 6 shells. How many shells does Isaac have now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if Isaac started with 12 shells and he lost 6 of them, he has 6 shells left. We can represent this problem with a subtraction number sentence. We know Isaac started with 12 shells and he lost 6. If you lose something, you're taking away. So 12 take away 6 equals 6. The answer is 6 shells. He had 6 shells left. All right, good work. Let's go on to problem 2. It says, Juan found 11 starfish on the beach. He gave 4 of them to his sister. How many starfish does Juan have now? Let's underline the question. So the question is, how many starfish does Juan have now? Well, we know that Juan found 11 starfish and he gave 4 of those starfish to his sister. So I have a picture here at the bottom to help us solve this problem. Here's Juan and here's Juan's sister. We know Juan started with 11 starfish, and of those 11 starfish, he gave 4 of them to his sister. So let's go ahead and give 4 of these starfish to Juan's sister. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if Juan gave 4 starfish to his sister, how many does he have now? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Juan now has 7 starfish. Again, we can represent this problem with a subtraction number sentence. We know Juan started with 11 starfish, and he gave 4 of them to his sister. Since he's giving away starfish, we know we're subtracting. So 11 take away 4 equals 7. The answer is 7 starfish. Juan now has 7 starfish. Good job. Let's keep going. Problem number 3. Follow along as I read. There are 10 seahorses swimming together. 8 of them swim away. How many seahorses are still swimming together? Let's read it one more time. There are 10 seahorses swimming together. 8 of them swim away. How many seahorses are still swimming together? Well, let's underline what we need to find out. We need to find out how many seahorses are still swimming together. And we know there were 10 seahorses swimming together in the beginning, and 8 of them swam away. I'm going to underline swim away, so we know 8 of the 10 went away. So again, to help us, I have a picture here. Here are the 10 seahorses that were swimming together. And we know of the 10 seahorses, 8 of them swam away. So I'm going to take 8 of these seahorses and put them outside the circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many seahorses are left? How many are still swimming together? 1, 2. 2 seahorses are still swimming together. So to help us solve this problem, we can use a subtraction number sentence. So we know there were 10 seahorses swimming together in the beginning, and 8 of them went away. If something is going away, you're subtracting. You're taking away. So 10 take away 8 equals 2. The answer is 2 seahorses. There are 2 seahorses still together. Awesome job, boys and girls. Okay, go ahead and flip to page 302. If you need a break, just pause the video. Problem number 4. It says, Brody saw 12 jellyfish in the ocean. Hunter saw 7 jellyfish there. How many more jellyfish did Brody see than Hunter? Let's underline what we need to find out. We need to find out how many more jellyfish did Brody see than Hunter. And let's circle some important information. We know Brody saw 12 jellyfish, and Hunter saw 7 jellyfish. So here's our picture at the bottom. We have Brody and we have Hunter. We know that Brody saw 12 jellyfish, which I have pictured here, and we know Hunter saw 7 jellyfish. Between the two boys, we can tell that Brody saw more jellyfish than Hunter. And the question is asking us, how many more jellyfish did Brody see than Hunter? So in this problem, we're comparing what Brody, the number of jellyfish that Brody saw compared to the number of jellyfish that Hunter saw. So one thing we can do is we can compare by crossing out each jellyfish, and I'll show you what I mean. So if Brody saw one, so did Hunter. This is the second one they saw, the third one that they saw, fourth one, fifth one, sixth one, and the seventh one. So there are no more jellyfish that I can cross out on Hunter's side. We see that Brody has more. How many more does he have? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Brody saw 5 more jellyfish than Hunter. And we can actually represent this problem using a subtraction number sentence. 12 take away 7 equals 5. So the answer is 5 more. Brody saw 5 more jellyfish than Hunter. Good work, boys and girls. Let's move on to problem 5. It says, there are 5 alligators swimming. 3 of them get out of the water. How many of the alligators are still swimming? Let's read it again. There are 5 alligators swimming. 3 of them get out of the water. How many of the alligators are still swimming? Well, let's underline the question. How many of the alligators are still swimming? And let's circle important information. So we know there are 5 alligators swimming, and then 3 of them got out of the water. So again, I have a picture here at the bottom to help us solve this problem. Here are the 5 alligators that were swimming, and we know 3 of them got out of the water. 1, 2, 3. And the question is asking us, how many of the alligators are still swimming? Well, let's count. 1, 2. There are 2 alligators still swimming. The answer is 2. And we can represent this problem using a subtraction number sentence. We started with 5 alligators, and then 3 of them got out of the water. So 5 take away 3 equals 2. Awesome job. All right, let's go to our last problem. This should say problem 6. Okay, problem number 6. Lena had 10 sandals. She gave away 6 of them. How many sandals does Lena have left? Let's count again. Or excuse me, not count. Oh, I must be losing my mind. Let's read it again. Lena had 10 sandals. She gave away 6 of them. How many sandals does Lena have left? Well, let's underline the question. How many sandals does Lena have left? And let's circle the important information. We know Lena had 10 sandals and she gave away 6 of them. I'm going to underline gave away because that's a clue that we're subtracting. So here's a picture to help us. Here's Lena, and here's the 10 sandals that she started with. And we know she gave away 6 of them. So let's go ahead and take away 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If she started with 10 and gave away 6 of them, How many does Lena have left? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lena has 4 sandals left. And this is another problem that we can represent with a subtraction number sentence. 10 take away 6 equals 4. So the answer is Lena had 4 sandals left. Awesome job, boys and girls. Keep up the great work.